Hey everyone, how are you doing? Are you doing good? I'm doing good. I hope you're all doing good. With me today, I have my assistants. We have Pip. Say hello, Pip. And we have Bear. Hello. I don't really know what I want to do today. So, we're going to be doing something with this crystal growing science kit. Grow crystals that glow in the dark. That seems like something to do on a nice and rainy day. So let's get started with this. Ooh, lots of stuff. Crystal growing learning guide. Yeah, what do you guys think? Here, Bear, you can hold this for me. What do we have in here? We have crystal growing powder. We have crystal seed rock. Oh, it looks like we have some kind of rock here. Interesting. I like how you can kind of see all the different crystal-like layers. We also have something to stir this magnifying glass. That's always useful for identifying the rocks. And a little sand for when we are done. Come on, camera, focus. Yay! So in these things, it's always essential we have to read the instructions first. Crystal growing instructions. Warning, adult supervision required. Sure. Please read all the safety stuff. Pour 1 cup of hot water into a clear, heat-proof container. An empty glass jar is most ideal. Using the stirring stick, dissolve the crystal growing powder into the water, stirring until all the powder is dissolved. Put your experiment in a place where it will not be disturbed and let it cool slowly for 15 minutes. Add the seed crystals and allow the experiment to sit undisturbed for 7 to 10 days. Well, that's a good thing we're getting started now. You should start to see crystals forming within a day. The longer you let the experiment sit, the larger your crystals will be. Does that sound like something I can time lapse? What is a crystal? By definition, a crystal is a solid structure formed when atoms or molecules line up in a regular three-dimensional pattern. The small building block of a crystal is called a unit cell. The atoms in each unit cell are held together by electrical forces or bonds. That is a crystal lattice. A typical grain of salt has about 5,700 unit cells, or 22,800 atoms of sodium and the same number of atoms of chlorine. Oh, that's a lot. So let's get started with the first step, which is pour 1 cup of hot water into a clear, heat-proof container, like an empty glass jar. I hope nobody minds that I take this. That looks like a good size to fit our packets into. Next thing we need is the hot water. Okay, hot water has been acquired. I'm gonna put this jar in here. First things first, we're going to open up the crystal growing powder. Remember, be careful always in handling these chemicals. Make sure all of it goes in the jar. So that's our crystal growing powder. What do you two think, huh? Whoa. So next, time to dissolve it with our super hot water. I don't know if that's too much or not. Oh, it's already dissolving. I don't want to put my hand all the way in there, but I have to reach stuff at the very bottom. When you're dissolving things in hot water, you are giving the water the energy to separate the bonds between the different atoms in that powder. But I'm not sure what's in the powder, so I'm not exactly sure how it dissociates in this case. Most of it's dissolved now. Basically all of it's been dissolved. Put your experiment in a place where it will not be disturbed and let it cool slowly for 15 minutes. All right, well, this is a place where it won't be disturbed. How about I put this lid on? I won't do it too tight because it's hot. And we'll let it sit for like 15 minutes. And that is 15 minutes for the crystals to be dissolved. So now, the next thing we need to do is add these, the seed crystals, or seed rock, I believe. It's still warm. It's warm, but not so warm. I can still touch it. Ah! That wasn't a good idea. I shouldn't have let it splash. I shouldn't have let it splash, but that's okay. Let's see. I need to turn this up right. Come on. But actually, come on. No. Getting all the chemicals all over my hand. Let's do it this way. Did I get it? Yay! Allow the experiment to sit undisturbed for 7 to 10 days. Well, I guess that means we're gonna have to let the crystals grow for a while. While we're waiting here, what can me and my assistants also discover in this guide? How do crystals form? In nature, crystals form when liquid rock called magma slowly cools. Many valuable crystals such as diamonds, rubies, and emeralds form this way. Another way crystals form is when water evaporates from a mixture. Salt crystals typically form through this method. Today, crystals are used for all kinds of purposes. Some crystals have a natural ability to generate an electrical field, which makes them useful in radio and video equipment. When electric current is sent through quartz crystals, they vibrate at a very precise frequency, making them extremely useful in watches and other electronics. Silicon crystals are useful for making the chips that power our computers and in the photovoltaic cells used in solar technology. Fluorite is a relatively soft mineral found throughout the world. Some samples of fluorite will glow under ultraviolet light, a property called fluorescence. So is that what this one is? Is this a piece of fluorite? Wait, hold on. Some samples of fluorite will glow under ultraviolet light. Give me a second. No way! This one's glowing. The seed rock is glowing. Oh wow. I get it because it's glow in the dark. So it absorbs the light first, and now it's kind of emitting it now that I've turned the light off. What about this one though? Is it glowing? What do you think, Bear? We're gonna let this sit for a few days and then come back. So see you then. So I've let the crystal grow for 10 days now. First I want to say I read the box and I have been informed that this is in fact a sample of fluorite. So that's very cool that they included that in here. I also think the stand is supposed to go this way. But now to see the crystal. Yay! So that is what our crystal looks like. I'm going to take it out of the jar now. Oh, it's actually all like hard and it's formed. I'm just going to take it out with my hands. There we go. Whoa, look at that. Now let's see what happens if we turn the lights off. Okay, so I'm in a dark area now and I've been shining this flashlight at the crystal. So now we're gonna see how glow in the dark it is. Whoa, look at that. You can see that the crystal is glowing a lot because I shined the flashlight on it for so long and now it's re-emitting a lot of that light. So that's really, really cool. I really liked this crystal making kit. It was so much fun to just be able to do that on a rainy day and then come back 10 days later and see how much the crystal has grown. So anyway, that was just a fun little, this is what I'm doing at home kind of video. So thank you all for watching and I'll see you guys next time.